Welcome, it's your friendly neighborhood Badger here, and I am back for another community build looking over, shall we say. Community build delving into, that's a good way of putting it, not really. But we are now today looking at a lovely Cyclone build by Totox00 right here. So what we're looking at is this Cyclone build, and I'm just going to go over what we're specifically going to be focusing on and seeing if we can do anything to help improve this build here. So what does Toto say? Toto says, I don't know which cluster notables to use or what to replace your helmet and Quicksilver Flask with when you switch to using the Stampede. And then there are some other comments here. Prefer not buying harvest crafts from other people. I have around 20 Exalted dispense. Yeah, prefer not doing harvest crafts from other people. Prefer grinding them yourselves and everything like that. So we'll see what we can do here with this one. So it is a Cyclone. It is a Slayer. I haven't played a Cyclone Slayer for a very long time, so we're going to see, first of all, how everything's going here, and then where we can move this towards. So notice right off the bat, our crit chance is pretty good, but the crit multi is fairly low, so this is definitely something we can improve, this crit multi right here, which is pretty good. That budget should be updated to around about 30 exalts, TBH. Gotcha, yep. So the nodes you're taking here, which are pretty darn nice, we can have a good look here. What's the axe that we're using? It's a 6.10 crit. So you can go here. This does give a total of a lot, but then, yeah, see, attack speed while leeching, life leech effects are not removed at full life. All of this kind of stuff is pretty darn lovely. But you are going to be getting a lot more damage going into something like Overwhelm, like a lot more, which is pretty darn nice, and also some good survivability. However, the Brutal Fervor Overleech is really good. See how it feels playing around with this, because you're actually getting 6.10 up to 7.5. Yeah, and you can also use a different, what do you call it? Craft on there as well, if you would like to make it a little bit better. But that's still, you know, it is improving your damage. Well, actually, is it improving your damage heaps? No, not heaps, actually. What, 5.7 to 5.2? No, okay. Yep, yeah, so it's actually fitting pretty good. There we go. Just the first thing that we thought we'd look at. This is a really good spot for Thread of Hope. I like it. There's nothing to change here. This is really nice. But let's have a look at the cluster jewel first for you, for what you were asking. So you're not sure what to use as cluster jewels. Here we have crit strike chance with two-handed melee weapons. Double damage if you've dealt a crit strike with two-handed recently. That's good. We got attack speed, accuracy, crit strike chance. Attack speed, attack damage, global accuracy rating. And then we've got some crit strike chance and magnifier here as well, which is pretty nice. Then we're looking into some blessed, some chaos resistance for max life. A couple of blessed here for the chaos res is what it's looking like here. Alright, so first of all, blessed can probably be improved to Fettle and getting chaos resistance somewhere else. Because let's have a look at your gear. Let's have a look at the gear and see. We're using a Devoto's. Though a good helmet, you can do much better than a Devoto's. Much, much better. This is where you're going to be able to get more chaos resistance, more resistances on other pieces of gear. Your resistances all around are crazily capped. They don't need to be this much capped. So switching out some of these resistance rolls to chaos resistance, capping that up, and then using Fettle jewels here is going to be really great. Or you can even use, what's the one where you get life gain on enemies hit by attacks? That's really nice for Cyclone as well, hitting 10 times a second. So you can also do that for even a little bit more survivability, but I would suggest Fettle first of all there. That's going to put you up quite a bit. Let's have a good little look here. Astral Plate is a Fizz Damage Explode Astral Plate. Alright, getting a better Astral Plate here is going to be really easy. But it is going to be a little bit of an investment. You're going to want a Crusader Elder. Crusader Elder is what you're going to be looking at, I'm pretty sure, for Explode and then Crit Strike Chance, right? Super good right there. Getting that strength out of there, that 51 strength, you don't need that. Then you get full life, cold and lightning res, or 2 reses, whatever reses you want. Enemies you kill explode, and then crit strike. That's going to be super good there as a suffix. And then you can still craft that % life on there as well. So I'd very much suggest that with the Astral Plate, getting 1.5 to the additions there. Hands of the High Templar. What have you got here? Just with max life, fire, and lightning res. And AoE gems, right? Max life. Wait, enfeeble on hit. Enfeeble on hit, right? You're working on Crusader Hunter to get +1 curse. Why are you wanting to get +1 curse? That's probably not going to give you as much damage as going for a Crusader Elder. That's just my 2 cents, though. I'd love to hear your opinion. Enfeeble and vulnerability? Gotcha. So you're not using vulnerability at the moment because you're using Enfeeble from the Hands of the High Templar. Switch to vulnerability. Try and get some Hands of the High Templar with Vuln, I would really say. And then you can use... I guess the other question is, how much do you feel that you're dying? How much do things hurt? That's another big thing to ask you there. Alright, as we move on, boots look great. We've got... No, boots don't look great. Your move speed is very bad. Cyclone, you want really high move speed. Yeah, you want high move speed here. But you say when you're transferring to Stampede, you're having a hard time trying to figure out what else to use. Channeling skills have -3 to total mana cost. Alright. Amulet is allocating Wisdom of the Glade. What are we allocating? Intelligence. Alright. So, you're missing out big damage from something like... Yeah. You can even Whispers of Doom, right? Other than bosses, you're only really dying to Wild and Primal T3s and T4s. Alright. You're going to want Vulnerability over Enfeeble, so that's going to be super nice for you. But what you can do is Whispers of Doom, right? Having Whispers of Doom up here is going to be big damage for you. Or something like there's a few good points, basically. There's a few good points. Something like... Even get another Frenzy could help. But getting more intelligence on the gear is going to help you there. So the Amulet itself is not amazing. It's okay, but it's not amazing. Accuracy rating, do you need that accuracy rating? Looks like you do need the accuracy rating. Max energy shield on there is wasted. Basically, you just get more resistances on this thing. You don't need the life gained for each enemy hit by your attacks because that's 2, and that's 20 life per second. It's nothing. It's literally nothing. Or Vuln on Ring, we can also do that. Yep. Alright, so then we'll have a look at the rings here. We have vulnerability on hit here. Okay, so why are you using Hands of the High Templar? This is the Enfeeble is overriding your vulnerability on hit because it's a higher level. So you need to change your gloves. You need to get better gloves. Just get good chaos resistance and high life on your gloves. And that's going to be super nice for you right there. I also noticed your life on tree is 128%. We need to fix that. This is alright. You want good... Yep, crit strike multi on both of these probably... Well, no, they're good rings. They're okay. We don't need to change these rings at the moment. They're fine. Miracle Twine, Stygian... Yep, good life. You got good strength on there. 12 max life, which is pretty nice. Elemental resistance, this is good. Attack speed during flask effect. It's a great belt. Don't need to change the belt. That's a good belt. Lion's Roar, Cinder Swallow, Quicksilver, Diamond, Divine. Great there. Watcher's Eye. You're getting crit multi while affected by precision. It's good. It's good. And then the rest of these are just all of that. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at the tree here. You really don't have much on the tree. Why don't we have much on the tree? Because we haven't gone anywhere else other than just all of this. But you are, 6k life with good Fortify effect is not too bad, honestly. And you've got good percent health from the rest of your gear. I'm not fussed about that, honestly. What are we sitting? Level 95, right? How much are we losing from this? Quite a bit. Hail's good. That's good up there. That's all good. It is all good. Yep. All really good there. Alright, so the tree's fine. The tree's actually pretty fine. Let's have a look at your Cyclone. Pulverize, Fortify, Awaken Brutality, Melee, Fizz, Maim. Yep, great links. Nothing wrong about the links. Final Sister Wall Drift, Brutality, Increased Duration. Do you have Maim here? And then you've got Blood and Sand, Flesh and Stone, Pride and Lighten. Yep, alright. That's fine. We're looking... Val Haste, yep. Leap, Slam, Faster Attacks, Blood Magic, that's fine. Cyclone higher level? No, that's not going to do damage for you at all. It's level 21, and it attacks, level on attacks, oh, camera. Level on attacks is nowhere near as good as level on spells at all. It's okay, but it's nowhere near as good. So the other thing that I would actually suggest is putting, if we take Maim out, hang on. Getting Infused Channeling in here, and putting Maim on your Vile Ancestral Warchief and your Warchief. Taking Brutality out, putting Maim here. So we've already just improved the DPS quite a bit. Yep, there we go. Now, enemy is a boss, so... Wait, damage went up against Cirrus. Huh, interesting. Alright, we are using Frenzy Endurance, yep. Crit recently. Alright. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay, so right off the bat, Toto, right off the bat, this is looking pretty good. It's not bad. It's really not bad at all. It's looking good. Is that not actually connected? Oh, wait, it's not. It's just showing up as it's connected, but it's actually not. Yeah, it's good. What I would suggest, though, is improving your gear in the way of getting a better helmet, getting a helmet with increased physical damage taken to enemies. So, is that a Warlord's helmet? I think a Warlord's helmet be pretty darn nice for you here. And getting good life on the helmets and Chaos Res. Capping your Chaos Res everywhere as much as you can. That's the first thing I'm going to say is going to be super helpful for you. You need to get rid of that Enfeeble on hit because you're losing a lot of damage from this, I think. Are you? Why? Oh, yeah, because the crit strike chance, yeah. The crit strike chance on this is good. It is good on the Hands of the High Templar, so if you can actually get a Hands of the High Templar with vulnerability on hit, that's actually going to help you a lot. Because you don't have heaps of % life on tree, Hands of the High Templar is actually giving you a lot of life. So it's actually a pretty good slot. But that means you're going to change one of the rings as well. You're going to change the rings out of the vulnerability on hit to something else. But you can keep it like this if you can get +1 curse. However, I would suggest, say for example, on this plate here, let me grab the plate. Where are we? Where is this plate? Bloodsuit Astral Plate. If we edit to have let's actually grab it from wherever the Hands of the High Templar was. This one here. Hands of the High Templar, edits, grab this. Just so I get the wording correct and go back to the Bloodsuit. Edits. We'll just put this in here. 1.3, let's just say. That is going to improve your DPS by about 8%, just like that. Just putting that on. Which is quite nice. Quite nice. Power charge on crit chest is massive. Power charge on crit is also pretty big. I would say attacks have crit strike chances going to be bigger, but let's actually have a look here. If we... so that's what, 8.383, and then Bloodsuit Astral Plate. Let's just take that off again. Let's take this off. 8.38. Let's do that. And if we had power charges, it would be... Oops, it didn't actually save properly, did it? I didn't save it properly. Save, there we are. It would be 8.2. Yep, so the crit strike chance chest is better. Attack flat crit is on Hunter as well, though, right? I think it is actually on Hunter. You are right. It is on Hunter. Yes, so Hunter as well could be pretty good. So you could also get Curse on there. You could actually get Curse. Actually, yeah, you are right. Yep, so you can get Curse as well. You can actually get Curse. So that's all. That's 2 suffixes. So you lose a resistance, but you can get resistances in other places. And it's actually fairly good to get it. So what you would do is I would actually slam together... Well, look, it doesn't matter too much, because if you fail it, you can scour and do it all. Oh, you definitely want the Curse on there, actually. You want to slam together Curse and the Explode. Curse and Explode, and then hope that you don't brick it with, like, mana or rarity or anything like that. And then you could very easily get crit on there. You just block prefixes. Or, actually, I think it's probably the only crit mod that you can org crit onto, which would be super, super nice. That is going to improve your DPS by a lot. Spells as well? Yeah, you just remove add crit. You just remove add crit and it's totally fine. Alright. So, does that all make sense, Toto? Do you have any other questions at the moment about everything that I've said there? Because the other big thing is, what kind of jewels do we have any jewel slots, really? Large, medium, small, prismatic, and then the Thread of Hope. Not really. That all makes sense? Yep. That's going to improve quite a bit. If your survivability is feeling fine, we don't need to do too much about survivability. Your jewels are quite trash. Yes, that's what I was looking at. So, you pretty much only got 1 jewel here, right? This jewel, you want max life and crit multi. You don't need crit chance on this thing. This jewel is giving you almost nothing. And the Abyssal. Yeah. Crit strike multi. You want crit strike multi. Attack speed, if you've dealt a critical strike recently, is good. But you need higher life on that thing. And you're definitely, with the amount of rares you've got, you're going to be able to cap all of your resistances fairly easily. So you just need to make sure that you cap that Chaos res. You're going to be a lot tankier. And you've got way too much over on these reses here. So just even in some garden, just like, say you go to your 2-tone boots, we just go remove cold, org chaos, and then remove add chaos. Get higher chaos than that, and then already you're 75 chaos. Done. Super, super easy there. Honestly, you can improve this build. As I said, you get that Astral Plate, which is probably going to cost you... If you brick the first... Like, it can cost you basically 4 to 6x per try. 4 to 8, I'd say. Yeah. Do the primal monsters deal a lot of chaos damage? Is that why you're dying? Primal monsters deal a lot of burst damage if you're just standing where all of their projectiles go. Also, if you're in maps that have additional projectiles, primal monsters are extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous, right? So you just have to be careful. It's probably more of a thing of just being a little bit more careful against primal. So dodging in and out. Because you're cyclone a little bit, and then dodge out while they kind of throw their things on the ground, and then go back in, out, just a little bit of that. And that will really, really help you there. Your axe is massive. I just realized your axe is massive. Nothing needs to change about this axe. What should you spend your currency on after the chest? You should spend your currency on... what did I talk about? Your boots are good. Getting a better amulet. Better amulet, yep. In, out with the massive axe, yeah. Honestly, your damage is pretty darn nice. And getting a better Hands of the High Templar. Getting, like, max life... oh, no, keep those because you're going to be getting the Hunter Plate. Sorry, keep them, but trying to get, like, a high attack crit on them as well. Divine it up, basically. Is it worth to put a quality to something else and enchant on the axe? I think the only one is attack speed, and you've already got attack speed, so probably not. No, crit strike chance is what you want, because actually keeping to where we are here... this is good. It is good, but so is this. Like, if we go like this, then this is giving us... Hang on. This is giving us 12.5. This is giving us... Wait. Yeah, this does give us quite a bit more. But you get... It's your choice. Defensives here. More defensive. More offensive here. It's your choice. But just see how it feels. Just see how it feels. And that's kind of all I can really say there. This node right here is actually giving you 2.7. That could be something to go into. I would suggest that's pretty much it with everything, really. 4% life here if you want to, you know, when you level up, get another piece of life. You can chuck that right there. And then that's pretty good. Yeah, that's all I can really help with there without diving, like, fully into it. You're having trouble with traps in super labs as well. That's just practice, really. That's just practice or massive physical damage reduction. But just trying to practice a little bit more with traps. Because some builds can do them. Honestly, actually, you having a tough time with traps in lab is a little bit confusing, because I thought Brutal Fervor was super nice for trap labs. Writhing Jar, Overleech on kill. Yeah, that's a good one. Crestfallen. Just take a Writhing Jar into Labyrinth. What's it called? Well, it's just called Writhing Jar, isn't it? Yeah. Worm Flask, basically. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Thanks for the build. Any last questions before we finish up with this one? I hope I helped in some way. It is my aim to help if I can, but if you've got any other questions, Toto, then definitely shout out now. I think that's it. Cool as. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, because this one will be on YouTube at some point. I'm going to be uploading these slowly, so who knows when this is going to be up. It's the 17th of August at the moment, but it might be up probably in a week, I'd say. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and until next time, Badger out.